2v2 faction battle tournament. This is the quarter-final matchup. Game 1, Judgment of Carrion. Blue team for the Tyranids first up. We have Floid as a Hive Tyrant, very durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, starts off in melee combat, good offense and support. Alongside is the Lictor Alpha of XPhial, melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some really good offense too. For the Space Marines on the red team, you have a Blood Ravens Techmarine of RagingJenni. Good offense to start off with this bolter, can get a melee weapon too, can also build structures and repair. And alongside Phantom Land's Force Commander, fights in melee combat, good versatility and some awesome offense. Judgment of Carrion then, VPs running south to north, none of them natural. You didn't see RagingJenni and Phantom Land in round 1, representing their Warrior Nation clan because their matchup had to be abandoned due to heinous lag caused by Rosen Warrior alongside Metroid, so unfortunately I had to put through this team. So they basically get a free ride into the second round. Straight into the quarterfinals against Tyranids. Scouts there just about getting away with 3 models. Are they? Yes. Force Commander getting very low, needs to be careful. 494, 500, there's a flesh hook and he's going to go down. Ouch. Hive Tyrant now trying to chase down and tie up Tactical Marines, I think. What is he up to? Looks like he's backing off in fact. 494, 500. Tactical Marines are going to take that garrison, I think, which is a bad idea. Because even though they don't know it, Floyd has some spawn mines on the way in and they're right there already. Lictor Alpha chasing down that Techmarine, tying him up so he can't fire that dangerous default bolter of his. Scouts backing off too. No second scout squad for either of the Space Marine players. Perhaps straight into double Devastators would be good on this map. Try and cut off these passageways. Hive Tyrant decides to retreat, wants to get his health back up. Only 1 natural power for each team on this map. The 3 other power points all contested along this central spine. 4 Termagant Brood shooting up the Techmarine. He's going to lose his health very quickly there. Behind some light cover, doesn't save him and he's forced to retreat. Heard some shotguns. These are RagingJenni scouts. Phantom Land with no shotguns yet. Power goes up for Space Marines and there's a triple gens going up for the Tyranids. Both of these guys with spawn mines on the field, basically floating grenades that detonate to suppress and damage nearby units, including allied units. Can be quite difficult to shoot down. I'm not sure if they are tiny unit type like Rippers are, but they do seem to be pretty difficult to take down. Decent amount of hit points, as you can see, 750 across the 5 models. Termagants just about can't finish this cap of this contested wreck. Tactical Marines coming in and firing a few shots, enough to back them off. Double spawn mines, wondering what to do. There's a flesh hook on the Scout Sergeant for RagingJenni. Awesome starting ability off the Lictor Alpha. There's a spawn mine detonation which damaged XPhial stuff as well. There's the triple cap for the Tyranids. Space Marines really need tier 1.5 units out to press against this, all this Tyranid stuff in close proximation. There's not a lot of room to maneuver on this map. Assault Marines on the field for Phantom Land. Jump troops that disrupt when they land with bolt pistols and chainswords, and backing off those Hormongots who retreat. These guys do have their adrenal glands though. XPhial has lost his spawn mines. Droids are still lingering. We need to send a bunch of stuff through mid. The Space Marine players, Techmarine is now capping the north. So if you get a 2-to-1 at least, perhaps there's a shotgun blast, knockback and suppression. Tactical Marines in trouble, losing 1 model and they were lucky only to lose 1 there. RagingJenni now getting caught as well. 494, 372, there's a single cap for the Tyranids. Looks like we might get a 2-to-1 for the Space Marine team. Tyranids very focused on the mid at the moment. And no Devastators, both Space Marine players going for assault squads, which in my opinion is not a good idea. Will help them shut down the Termagants, but they're just going to get eaten by the Hormongots and the 2 commanders, I think. 2 Warrior Broods on the field as well, both with their default melee loadout. So that's going to put even more pressure onto the Assault Marines. Looks like we have some lag problems. 481, 378. There's the 2-to-1 cap for red team. We do have Devastators now for Phantom Land. Both players, I think, should get Devastators. One Devastator squad will easily be dealt with by the Lictor Alpha and or the Hive Tyrant. 100 VP lead at the moment for the Tyranids, but it's a double cap. Maybe a triple for the Space Marines coming in behind here. They can flank this Tyranid army that is hitting power. 4 Termagant Brews. Looks like Floid has Toxin Sacks up and XPhial does not. Hive Tyrant leading a line, keeping stuff away from his Termagants. 449, 370. There's a single cap for the Space Marines. Not going to be a triple because they have Tyranids capping north and south now. Assault Marines jumping in. Termagants in trouble. Might wipe this squad. And does wipe the squad. Can the Space Marines push back now? 440, 370. Yes, as Floyd does instantly replace those Termagants, and Phantom Land getting in all sorts of trouble. Completely forgetting about these Devastators, I think, and loses them. That is a huge, huge loss, and lost the Tactical Marine as well. 440, 370 is the 1-to-1. Techmarine levels to 2. He has Bionics, so you might see a melee Techmarine in tier 2. There's the Flesh Hook on the Scout Sergeant again. And he will be the last to die, so you can kill the other models by taking down the Sergeant there. Gets another one and wipes the squad. Big, big losses early on for the Space Marine team. 440, 368. Yep, Flesh Hooks is freaking nuts. There's the 2-to-1. Recently got its cooldown reduced to 60 seconds from 70 as well, so it's even more dangerous. Lictor Alpha is infiltrated, and now RagingJenni has no way to spot that guy. Assault Marines moving mid. He is replacing his scouts. 440, 352. There's the 2-to-1 for the Tyranids, backing off the mid here. Space Marines converging. RagingJenni leaving his Tactical Marines behind though. They need to get some Kraken bolts on those warriors, get some synapse backlash going on. Floyd retreats them without losing a model, and now is in amongst stuff with his Hive Tyrant. He's going to take a lot of damage here. There was a grenade, didn't hit a whole lot, looks like it took down a Termagant. 440, 337. Here comes XPhial with the flank though. There was a Flesh Hook going in. Big engagement in mid. Could be a very important engagement if Space Marines lose a lot of stuff here. I can't see them coming back. Scouts running off. Assault Marines in amongst, and XPhial loses a warrior model. Brood Nest going up though from Floyd. Space Marines trying to go straight after it, and they do take it down. The Force Commander has his Power Sword up. 50 DPS power melee weapon also increases the effect of his battle cry. 440, 316. Tyrant Guard on the way for XPhial, and red team are not even tier 2 yet. Assault Marines jumping in on the double Termagants. I'm going to see a cripple. They're just going to take the garrison, I think. Did XPhial get... He didn't even get Toxin Sacks up, hence the very, very fast tier 2 and a Tyrant Guard. And this is a good map for a Tyrant Guard. It's not too big, not too much space for stuff to run away from it as well. Red team trying to take back the south. Tactical Marines capping. These guys cap 50% faster than normal. And RagingJenni come to cap the north. Look at this. Full gen up here for Tyranids. Assault Marines retreating through mid. 440, 295. Scouts infiltrate, but they're being spotted by this warrior brood. There's a grenade attempt, but misses everything. And they are reasonably lucky not to lose a model, but they do lose the model. His melee synapse up for Floyd, and he's going for some Gene Stealers. Melee synapse also up for XPhial, and his Tyrant Guard on the field leading the line here. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. This thing is a nightmare to deal with if you're not tier 2 with plasma weapons and stuff. 407, 295. Some awesome DPS from this thing as well, and it has a small splash. 403, 295. You're going to cap this XPhial. Maybe. Eventually. Yes. The Lictor Alpha trying to get into cap there. Brood Nest goes up in mid. Allow all these Tyranids to reinforce. And there's the single. RagingJenni just going tier 2 now. XPhial, sorry, Phantom getting a Scout Squad in tier 2. Assault Squad get their Sergeant. For Phantom, RagingJenni's have a Thunder and Lightning upgrade queued up. That gives them the Melter Bomb. You can use that against the Tyrant Guard. And look at this blob in mid. Gene Stealer's in there under melee synapse. This stuff is so dangerous with that awesome power melee. The Scout Squad throw a grenade, but way overextended to do so, I think, and are instantly forced off. Assault Marines jumping in, but they do not want to mess with this. There's a Merciless Strike, which will just delay their death. What is Phantom Land doing? He's trying to fight two players here. 397, 234, triple cap, and the Assault Squad obviously absolutely decimated. Lucky to get away with anything. Tactical Marines also retreat. Phantom Land should never have engaged there. 397, 218. Tactical Marines almost wipe. They do wipe. That is devastating stuff. Pretty sure it's all over now. RagingJenni floating tons of wreck, just power staffed. 397, 202. Tyrant Guard taking a bunch of damage here. Looks like they ate a Melter Bomb. Tyrant Guard is so awesome versus Assault Marines. Those guys backing off with just one model. Plasma Gun from the Techmarine doing tons of damage to that super heavy infantry armor of the Tyrant Guard. Spore Mines dropped in behind by XPhial. Tyrant Guard now goes into shield wall. He'll regenerate health and get vehicle armor, so that Plasma Gun no longer much of a threat. There's a Shotgun Blast. 397, 174. Going to be a triple cap for the Tyranids, and I think this is going to be all over. Phantom Land getting Plasma Cannon should have replaced his Devastators, I think. Shotguns is just not enough to deal with Tyranid melee in tier 2. Does have Bionics as well though, this Techmarine. Also has the Orbs, and there's a drop pod in base to reinforce his stuff. Spore Mines getting in amongst these Tactical Marines who have their Sergeant. 397, 134, there's the double cap. Phantom Land is pushing south again, but instantly forced off. Just cannot deal with melee synapse Gene Stealers right now. Has double shotgun scouts. No, he has one shotgun scout. Got another scout squad, but didn't give them anything. Now he is replacing his Devastators. 397, 110. Phantom Land seems to think it's over. I'd happen to agree. Assault Squad are level 2 for RagingJenni. Can he push back, cap north, and get this generator farm back and sweep into mid? Maybe not, because Floid is here with a zone throw puck. 397, 80. The Hive Tyrant also has the Crushing Claw and Bonded Exoskeleton. Good luck with that. There's the Melter Bomb on the Tyrant Guard. Chasing down the Techmarine, being its biggest threat with that Plasma Gun. There's Orbs. Boom. Does not hard stun the Tyrant Guard, since it's not a vehicle, I suppose. Did drain its energy though. 397, 50. There's a triple cap for the Tyranids. I did not know that. I assumed the Orbs would hard stun a Tyrant Guard. This thing with just 37 hit points and doesn't have the energy for shield wall, but does take down the Techmarine there. 397, 28. There's a triple cap, and it's all over. Devastators coming on the field. Way too late for Phantom. Here we see a Capillary Tower up. 2 of them up in fact. 3 of them up in fact. Current Guard backing off. 397, 8. RagingJenni just floating so much power, so much requisition I should say. Doesn't have the power to spend it. There's a single. There should be enough to win the game for the Tyranids. There we go. Tyranids just sweeping through the Space Marines. Phantom Land just had a couple of really bad engages, losing his Devastators here and trying to take on 2 armies here, which was just the last straw pretty much. Thank you for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next game.